Never see you again. Yeah, that's it.
What is up, my friends? We are here with something actually a little bit different. I've been running mono red for quite a while. Decided to mix it up a little bit and see how Esper control will go. So this is a 5-0 list. Come on, Magic. This is a 5-0 list from a recent Standard League. And Magic's crushing. Alright, momentarily. Be back up. Magic the Gathering Online is a quality program, if you're not aware. So anyway, it is Esper control.
And then when you really die, yes,
We did play a lot of blue-white control previously. Didn't have a lot of success with it.
you'll be immortal.
But this deck has a lot of differences. It's really basically just blue-black control. I'm pretty sure the only white card is Teferi. So you're really blue-black control, which gives you access to some pretty nice cards against aggro, which I think is a good place to be currently. So notably you get Fatal Push, which should be very nice. It's missing Commit to Memory, it looks like. And you actually have win conditions, which is something we really did not have in blue-white control, which was annoying for more than just the fact that it would cause us to time out. It's also annoying because, like, sometimes you could kind of just be dealing with their stuff, but you just didn't really have a way to press your advantage. You had Teferi, but that was really about it.
Could be a real masterpiece.
And Teferi, I don't know, sometimes not the easiest to just get down and defend. And, you know, once you got Teferi up, you really had to get something pretty good going with them. Usually it wasn't too hard once you had Teferi going a few turns to win. But I think this deck's going to be just a little bit better in that regard, because even just something as simple as having a 5/6 come down really can just put enough pressure on them, you know, and of course you got Mr. Scarab God, that you're going to be able to close out the games relatively fast. And plus a lot of decks, you know, it's not necessarily easy for some decks to deal with the 5/6, especially post-board when the removal is going to be a bit strained. The one change I'll look at making, I'll run it as is right now, but I could see this being a hieroglyphic illumination instead of Pull for Namara. Seems like that could be a reasonable choice. Since I was not super impressed with this card in blue-white, and with the Gear Hulks, it seems like it might be better to have a draw spell, but I'm going to run it as is right now. What else is there to say? I mean, not much. I mean, basically, you know, you're playing tons and tons of 1/1 removal. A lot of cheap removal, which I dig. 3 Search for Escantas, which is pretty interesting. Should be pretty nice in the control matchup. The mana base, obviously, with the 3-color deck is what you're going to worry about, and I do worry about it. So we'll see how that works out. Playing all 8 cycling lands, which cycling lands are pretty nice in this deck because obviously they cycle, so you get to play 27 lands and not to feel too bad about it, but they also make your, what do they call these, check lands? They make the check lands come into play untapped, which is pretty nice. So anyway, enough jibba jabba. Let's get into the games. So I'm not sure, I mean, I'm not necessarily off red yet. Red's going to be my default deck if I don't like this deck. I still think red's an excellent deck and a very good choice. But we'll see how Esper control does. So it's my first time piloting the deck, so bound to make some mistakes. I mean, bound to make some mistakes with decks I have piloted many times before. Magic's a hard game. But I am optimistic here. Not all of our arts match, which is really a shame. It's really actually kind of a problem. Yeah, we'll see how some of these sideboard cards are. I don't know if I'm that impressed with Golden Demise. Just having played red, it's less good than you think it is. Because, I mean, they do have, like, Chain Whirlers and carry Zev, and they board out a lot of their small guys. I'm not sure how good this card is really going to be, but we will see. Like I said, I'm a big fan of starting out with just someone's list and not trying to tweak it in the abstract. I don't know why graveyard's popped out here. Alright, how do we feel about this hand? We are missing blue mana, which ain't great. We do get to play 3 of the spells in our hand. really depends on what we're playing against. I mean, we've got a duress against kind of control decks, or any number of decks, and we've got 2 removal spells against aggro decks, but we're gonna have to draw a couple blue sources in order to actually play these other spells. I don't really know what our mana base is. I mean, most of our lands tap for blue, I would say. Just perusing them. We got 4, 8, 12, 16 blue lands. I don't know. It's a pretty sketchy hand. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not happy about it though. I don't want. That's one of the things that's like hardest with decks, is to figure out exactly. Okay, well that's a good draw. Is to figure out exactly, like mulliganing is one of the things that comes the hardest with new decks, I noticed. So we got our choice. We drew a blue land. I think we just want to get the blue land down because we can't kill his guy, and I don't think duressing him this early is going to matter. If it's blue-red gift, then we probably want to duress him this coming turn. I don't know. Maybe we should have done that. I don't know. Hard to say. All right. You think it's a keep? Glad someone agrees with me. So we could kill one of these guys, but I think it's more important to duress out a gate from his hand. So I think I'll do that. If we kill the Minister of Inquiries, it only stops him from milling once. So I think I'll just duress here. Alright, we totally miss. But at least he didn't have a gate. Am I right? So he's going to mill himself. Not too worried about life total or anything from like the 2-1. Not actually really sure why they'd play this card. I mean, I guess it combos with Fanatical Firebrand and Walking Ballista. So maybe not that big of a mystery. Alright, so we played Minister of Inquiries in this mountain. So he's got 2 cards that we know of in his hand. And a Walking Ballista for 1. Yeah, the blue-black, or the Esper deck, / blue-black deck, doesn't really have a good way to deal with like a massive board. I mean, these guys are pretty small, so I'm hoping it doesn't really matter. Marauder's a good answer to Scarab God. Oh, it makes him lose his ability to come back from the dead. That is fair. Alright, so we drew an Essence Scatter. Gonna have to draw that other blue at some point. But, I mean, until he draws the gate, I'm not all that worried. We might have to, like, Moment of Craving his Marauder. All we know in his hand is Fanatical Firebrand. Like, he's kind of just got a big board of dorks right now. We do play 1 Scarab God, embarrassingly enough. So I think we can just pass here. I don't think there's any reason we need to do it right this minute. Though I'm not super familiar with the blue-red deck. He's managed to mill basically all lands. He's milled 5 lands with 3 activations of that guy. Alright, so he's just getting in with the team. I mean, we're looking at 5 points of damage here, not insignificant. The only problem with doing cast down right now is that he knows shields down for our disallow, but on the other hand, it's pretty easy for him to fill up his graveyard, especially once he's got that down. So I think I will just Moment of Craving his guy. If he just jams the gate, which, I mean, he's only got 1 card in his hand that we don't know about. Yeah, I think we'll just Moment of Craving the 2-1 here, just to preserve life total. Scarab God's definitely not at his most popular right now. So this will put us to... Alright, he's just going to put a counter on his guy. It's not too big of a deal. Alright, so... Can't really do much about a... Yeah, I don't think leaving up mana makes any sense. I think we just want to try to draw into something. Only question is, do we just want to cast down Walking Ballista right now? We'd go to 14, you'd have these 2 guys in play. Probably get us with the Brand. Yeah, I think we'll just do this right now in case he wants to like pump his guy again. have to deal with the ballista at some point. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't draw the gate. Looks like doesn't have a gate, he's just got Firebrand in his hand. We are gonna need to draw something relatively soon. He's getting us for 3 here. No, it looks like he's gonna mill himself. Alright, not gonna put that in our yard. But the thing is, we don't want to put that in our yard, but we are just taking a lot of damage next turn. We're taking 5 points of damage. But I don't think we really have a choice. I think we're gonna have to have that second blue. If we draw another untapped land next turn, then we get a like Gear Hulk back Moment of Craving, gain a little bit of life. And Gear Hulk should generally stabilize the board a bit. But yeah, at this point we're just kind of dying to his creatures. I think he should probably attack with this. I don't really get what the point of milling himself is at this point. So there's a gate. Because he's just going to win with the creature strategy. Well, Essence Scatter basically any creature. Oh, he's going to play around Settle the Wreckage, which is great for us. We'll think here for a second. Carefully ponder whether we want to Settle the Wreckage. No, we won't. It's almost as good to like just have Settle the Wreckage in the format. Yeah, I'll definitely Essence Scatter that guy. And not play it, because it's pretty annoying when people play around it. Okay, do we want to Vraska's Contempt? It will save us a little bit of life, but all of his guys only deal 1 damage. So it's really not that good. And we can't get we can't get the goblins with it, so we'd just be like getting one of those. I think we just want to hit a land instead. Let's put that in the yard. Teferi. Well, I think we'll play Teferi and just plus it. If he wants to send 5 damage at Teferi, then I think Teferi will be doing his job. Alright, I don't mind a Fatal Push here. I mean, it'd be better if we hit a blue source, I guess. I mean, better if we hit a blue source and he's got let's untap these 2. And if he's got the gate. If he doesn't have the gate, I'd rather hit the Fatal Push. Obviously, he's got to draw the gate. So I think, let's see if he wants to go at Teferi. He does. We actually get a save Teferi. I guess we'll kill Skirk Prospector. That way, if he has gate, he can't just play it and activate it this turn. And all these guys have one power anyway. Alright, looks like he just drew that. So if we throw this in the yard, which I don't think we want to do, I think we actually want that card. Field of Ruin I don't mind. You know, it'd be kind of nice to flip that, but since we're... Yeah, I think it's fine. I think that was the right flip. I'm not sure how I can further justify myself, but I think it was the right flip. So now, the question is, how do we want to go about this? I think we'll just pass. Well, do save a bit of mana that we can't really use for anything. Essence Extraction. Yeah, I'll just pass. We'll see how he wants to attack. I feel like we're in pretty good shape here. I think I'm just going to Essence Extraction a guy this turn in case he drew the gate. That way we'll have Disallow up. Alright, so we get to counter that. That's not going to be any good. And we'll see how he attacks Teferi, if he wants to send some at us and some at Teferi. Alright, he's gonna just send that to Teferi. So we will let that happen. quite good shape. No. Let's put that in the yard and transform. Alright. So we will just activate Escant on his instep, assuming we don't have to disallow. I can't imagine there's that much we're going to disallow. That is not a gate. So we built a Champion of Wits, but he's pretty far from being able to cast it. There's still 2 Gate of the Afterlives in his deck. I assume they play 4. Let's take 3 here. Again, don't want to lose to a gate post-combat, and I think our life total is going to be fine. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and do this instep. Alright, a Commit to Memory and a Fatal Push. Well, I can cast the Fatal Push right now and get rid of one of his guys, which would slow down the clock a little bit on us. Right, as the Commit to Memory. Yeah, I guess I'll take Commit to Memory here. I need to make sure I play fast here. Alright, Essence Scattered, not really that useful. Yeah, so I think on his instep now, since I've got Commit to Memory to counter a Gate with, I'm just gonna let him attack here if he wants. Champion of Wits. I'll Essence Scatter that. He can't play Gate. And then I think we'll just... Well, we'd also still have Commit anyway. I think we'll just Vraska's Contempt one of these guys. He's got all 4 of them. Okay. I think I'll just Vraska's Contempt one of these guys. He's gaining a little bit of life. It's obviously far from the best use of Vraska's Contempt, but I just want to get out of my hand and gain a little bit of life. Alright, disallows a very good draw. So just pass. So we're 3 minutes behind the opponent on the clock. But I'm not that worried. So probably just play Gear Hulk instep here and Essence Extraction one of his guys.
Somewhere where I don't belong.
Assuming we don't have to do anything, which looks like we won't.
I can't remember anything about you. That's very sweet, but try, okay?
Let's go ahead and Essence Extraction. Up to 9. Play our Glacial Fortress, and I actually do win this race, but I think I'll hold back. I think we're going to lose by holding back here. That to happen. So we only have 1 more gate to worry about, and we at some point we'll have to worry about a actual. I guess I'll take a search for Escanta. I'll take a Vraska's Contempt, I guess. Get Champion of Wits or something. All right, let's just pass. Maybe we should be attacking here. Yeah, I'll attack. We're not going to lose to those guys. Might as well just try to close out the game ASAP. Alright, drew an Ether Hub. So if he draws the... Oh, he gets to play his Champion of Wits. I think we'll go ahead and look in response here. See if we hit a disallow. Not actually even sure how many disallows we play. Alright, we didn't hit anything. So, get us for 2. Vraska's Contempt this guy. Another Gear Hulk's not bad. It means we pretty close to can't lose, but not totally. plays another gate here. So he's gonna play the Big Daddy. Okay. Anyone plays the blue-red at the PT? Good question. I think I'm just gonna let that happen. And then we should just be able to kill him. End of turn here. Not end of turn, but we should be able to, unless he attacks with absolutely nothing, then we'll be able to Gear Hulk, Esper. Yeah, good question. If he attacks with anything here, he just immediately dies. Unless he's got some kind of one-man interaction. And we'll just get a Vraska's Contempt. Vraska's Contempt that guy. With both of our dudes. And hopefully he can't overpower us with the cards in his hand here. I don't think there's any reason that we want to Escanta right now. Might even be able to beat a resolved Gate to the Afterlife, though I guess he does have the Combat Celebrant. Could do a little bit of damage, but he's only got one Combat Celebrant in his yard. Alright, I'll Essence Scatter that. Well, let's think about this. Maybe I won't Essence Scatter that. So... 4... No. Yeah, I will Essence Scatter that. I don't think there's too much bad that can happen here. That one is fine. That's also fine. Maybe I could have looked in response to that last one. But that should pretty much do it. Okay. So I think we'll just Teferi minus, and yeah, we just kill him, right? Unless he's got something for 1 mana. Alright, I think I'll do this in case he has Spell Pierce. So I'll put this. And I might need to do something different with my Teferi. Alright, that'll be enough. Alright, so that felt reasonably good, though I've always thought the God Pharaoh's gift decks are just terrible, to be honest. I don't think, maybe the blue-red one's got something to it, but I don't know, I've never thought those decks were good. Obviously, they sometimes put up results, so I could be wrong. Okay, well, how to sideboard this deck against a deck I've never played against a deck I've never played against? Good question. Do they bring in counter spells? I don't know. I guess this card's good. I'll bring in him. Actually, Golden Demise actually seems okay against him. Our Duress whiffed on him, so I don't know how good that card is against him. Golden Demise seems like it kills like all of his guys, which I guess could be a double-edged sword in this matchup. But I mean, the creature beatdown does seem like it could actually happen sometimes against the control decks. Don't think we want Argyl's Bloodfast. I assume they are bringing in counterspells, so we probably want Negates or Duresses. And also, I mean, Negate gets pretty much the only cards that we care about. As long as we don't die to all of his creatures. I don't think we want Gonti. I don't think we want Argyl's Bloodfast. I don't know if we want Duresses or not. Duresses might be okay. I don't know if we want all the Negates either. Maybe just like 2 Negates. Kind of thinking like these. Yeah, is Profane Procession good? Seems like that actually could be good because they have like the slow creature beatdown plan. So just being able to clean up 3 creatures with 1 card whenever you've got the spare mana. Okay, let's try that. And it doesn't put them in the graveyard, which is something. Maybe we'll try like these 5, yeah. Alright, let's take out a Pull for Tomorrow. I don't think I like the Vraska's Contempts all that much. It does exile, but it's just kind of expensive against him. Take out all of those, put in... So I think the general plan is to not let him resolve that card. Could be wrong about that. We gotta cut another card. Gotta cut another card. Maybe we don't want all these Essence Extractions. They're kind of just worse than the... Yeah, alright, we'll go with this. Not really sure. I don't know if 1 Duress is right. It seems pretty unlikely that 1 Duress is right. But gotta submit. Surely not the right way to sideboard there. Don't base your sideboard guides for this deck off of this video. Alright, pretty awkward hand. But I think I'm gonna keep it. It's pretty awkward. Our mana looks really bad with this hand, but we do get to put Deadeye Tracker at minimum on turn 2. I don't know. I think this hand's fine. It's not great. If we draw like a cycling land right away, then the hand feels a lot better. There we go. So we'll go ahead and play that. And now we actually get to do stuff on time. Though, not sure what our turn 2 play is going to be. The double Escanta is pretty awkward in this hand. I don't know. I still think it's a keep. So, what do we want to do here? I kind of want to get Escanta down. The next turn we can go Deadeye Tracker plus leave up Essence Scatter. He may just get up his thing next turn, but he's not really filling up his graveyard anytime soon. And we'll have the Deadeye Tracker to hopefully clean up after that. Should have a variety of ways to deal with an X1, but I think I'll just get Escanta down here. Not sure if it's right. But yeah, the next turn we'll have Deadeye Tracker plus leave up Essence Scatter. Okay, well, Deadeye Tracker is looking a lot worse now. I don't want that. So let's just go ahead and get down our Glacial Fortress. And I'll just leave up Disallow. Yeah, I don't think any reason to play Deadeye Tracker here. I think a little bit of damage, but I don't know, it just doesn't pressure us all that much. Alright, we'll counter a gate. Probably would have been better for him if he did that last turn. Maybe he has Spell Pierce. Okay, he does have a Spell Pierce, so that's why he was waiting. Alright. The other hand, like, he doesn't have any creatures in the yard yet, so I think we do want to put that in the yard. And we'll need lands at some point. Could regret this, but kind of want to draw some, like, creature removal, maybe? Or a way to deal with this, which we don't actually have a ton of ways. We could disallow the trigger. Alright, I think we're playing this land and just passing here. Still don't think there's any sense in playing Deadeye Tracker. He'd be happy enough to kill this guy to play it, or just to put a counter on and keep this guy into play. We have a lot of creature removal still, so hopefully we get to actually use some of it. Or draw some of it. Teferi. How do we feel about a Teferi? I feel somewhat fondly about a Teferi. I think I'll keep him. And just play him and plus him. And if he wants to go to a bunch of trouble to kill him next turn, I think I'm happy with that. Oh, I meant to keep him. I hate Escanta. I should know better by now, but because I've played with that card enough. But I often get confused when it's Teferi. Yes, I'd like to keep Teferi. No, how that card works. So I meant to keep Teferi there. Commit to Memory is actually not bad though. Alright, so we're putting counter on the Ballista. I'm a little out of practice. I've been playing too much red lately. We don't have a way to make him shuffle. Alright. Happen. It's just gonna put a counter on his guy. Could just commit that guy. But yeah, I don't think that's that bad. I mean, this guy is a clock, and we'll be able to Essence Scatter him later. He may just blow him away just to get a creature in his yard and loot. And if he has a Spell Pierce here, Spell Pierce probably getting something. So I think I'm okay with this play. Alright, he's going to Spell Pierce. So that's fine. So we'll take 3. So we got the Spell Pierce out of the hand. So probably take an untapped land here. Alright, that's also a way to get rid of the gate forever. So let's not put that in the yard. Then I think we will. So I think probably our play here is going to be to Gear Hulk in the attack step and commit the gate to the afterlife. We'll be able to shuffle it away later. And even if he can counter our, even if he can counter the spell, he probably can't counter Gear Hulk, I would assume. So we'll just commit the gate to the afterlife here. Oh, you can cast memory off it, that's right. I don't want to do that though. Let's commit the gate to the afterlife. Block the ballista. So he's just going to, he wants to loot in response. Seems unlikely he's going to be able to fill up his graveyard right as things stand. I guess it makes sense to do that now, though, because our guy was just going to eat him anyway, so you may as well get the loot trigger off it. So, we're going to 4, so we only got 2 turns to deal with this guy, but hopefully shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so he's going to be able to go get his gate. So, again... Really looking for a removal spell here. Let's put that in the yard. Alright, Teferi. May just want to Teferi away this guy. I think we do. And then we can also play the Deadeye Tracker. I think him getting the gate into play, I mean, first of all, we can't stop it. And second of all, he's pretty far from activating it. So let's see if he's got another Spell Pierce. He does not. So let's get rid of that guy. Play our Tracker. I guess I should have made sure he got the gate. I guess probably not too much else they can get. You could just play land and get the, what do you call it, the Godpharaoh's Gift right into play, but I think that's too big of a deal. Alright, he's playing Champion of Wits. Can't stop him. He said whoops. What did he say whoops on? He said whoops at 7. I don't know what. That was all the. Alright. You can have the. So he just wants to get a guy in the yard, but I'm happy to let him do that. Because we can just remove guys from his yard. So. Too worried about that happening. I don't think he's going to be able to activate his gate to the afterlife anytime soon. I think we do want to put that in the yard. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle. So we could have also just explored with that guy, but now we can disallow if he's got 1, 2, 3 guys in the yard. So we can actually we'll just leave up mana and we'll disallow with Gear Hulk if we need to. And then into turn we'll get him with Deadeye Tracker. think we will block. He gets to play land and bring him back. We could... Okay. He's just had enough. Yeah. Well, that seemed pretty easy. I've honestly never played a deck where I felt scared of the God Pharaoh's gift deck. Actually, maybe only against the mono red decks, but never. I don't know, the blue versions. I don't know, man. It just seems like you're going through so much work for such little payoff. Like, what are you gonna do? Like imagine. I mean, you'd have to have a few more creatures, but it's like getting these guys back as 4/4s after going through a tremendous amount of work. I'm just not impressed. I'm sorry. But again, I mean, the deck puts up results sometimes, so could be wrong, but I just don't think it's a good deck. I don't know what its good matchups are supposed to be. Like I said, every deck I've played against it, I just felt like it was good. I one time played the deck very briefly, and I was not impressed. Blastoids. I think I've seen this guy's name come up a lot in the MTG Goldfish results. So he's very good or plays a lot or both. It's definitely a keep. We'll lead with Irrigated Farmland here. We can play Drunk Catacombs the next turn. And we'll have both, or all three colors of mana, I should say. Let's see what Blastoids is on. Looks like basic mountains. Alright. I think we'll actually play, we'll play Drunk Catacombs. It doesn't really seem like a great hand against such a deck. That's probably fine. I don't know if... I'm not necessarily going to Fatal Push this guy. I think I will Fatal Push the Kinra. If this was a Bomat Courier, it'd be a little bit harder decision, but Soulscar Mage just doesn't scare me all that much. I think I will kill that guy, though. Just to limit the amount of damage that we're taking. Alright, let's go ahead and play one of these Fetid Pools. Probably cycle the other one this turn. I'd say almost certainly. But we're going to want to get one down. Let's see if I've got a Crasher coming down. This is my old deck here, mono red. Okay, disallows. Okay, I guess I want to get Irrigated Farmland down here. And we will disallow something, or do nothing else. That's all we're going to do. Could also just get Field of Ruin down and then have disallow, commit, or pull from tomorrow up. I don't really think I'm committing something this turn, but it's possible that's actually right. But I'm just going to play this. I'm not actually sure though. So maybe we get a Bluff, Settle the Wreckage next turn, which I might actually respect. Alright, we'll disallow that guy. So we still got 4 cards in hand, so I don't think a Hazard could come down next turn. He'd still have 2 cards in hand, by my counts. Could just slam Scarab God here. I don't think it'd be too bad. Because they probably, I mean, he obviously can make him not block with this, which is kind of weak. I don't know, I kind of want to commit the Crasher, barring him doing something else. That will minimize the damage that we take. I don't think there's going to be too many big things he can... I mean, it's a little bit annoying if he drops a Hazard, but hopefully we're playing Gearhulk. Though, on the other hand, he's probably going to have an Abrade in his hand, or a very good chance he has an Abrade in his hand. Or even just any burn spell with the Soulscar Mage. So it wouldn't surprise me if he just drops a Hazard here. No, he's dropping a bunch of dudes. Okay. So I guess I'll just play Scarab God here and hope for the best. I don't think anything else makes a lot of sense. I mean, we could try to like cycle and hit like Essence Extraction or something, but It's not terribly likely. I mean, obviously, any removal spell. But having Gear Hulk up next turn seems pretty good, and I mean, there's a chance this will stop him. He's not drawing his guy till the turn after this one, so let's just hope Scarab God sticks here. Oh, he gets to bring back Kinra. We're taking 5 if we block the Kinra. Not too worried about that. So we're only taking 1 right now. Don't know anything about his last card in hand. It's evidently not a hazard. Okay, we'll block this guy, take 4 down to 6. So he's just post-combat doing that, okay. I guess he wants to stop us from getting that. Yeah, I think we'll just... Okay, Vraska's Contempt's not too bad. So he's going to play the... I think we'll just disallow his 3-2 next turn, which I'm sure he's going to play. So we'll just pass here. So I think we're in relatively good shape. I guess his other card is not anything too relevant, it's just a land. So we'll disallow this guy. His attacks are pretty bad now. Alright, he's just going to concede to that. So far, so good. So how do we board against mono red? Well, I guess you do want Golden Demise against them. I mean, they do keep in their small guys against you, so that's fine. Definitely want the Essence Extraction. I think this card is just too slow. It doesn't seem like we really have all that much for them. I think Gonti is fairly annoying against them. I mean, they don't have a lot of burn in post-board, so that's like the best thing to hit off this, because like as the control deck, just getting like a Kinra or something is really not that impressive. But this guy does a reasonable job of blocking. Sometimes getting like a Chain Whirler or something would be fine. So I think you want the Gontis. Don't think we want Duresses, Negates, Argyl's Bloodfast, Deadeye Tracker, Profane Possession, or Nezhal. So I think this is all we want. And I think we want to take out a Pull from Tomorrow. We want to take out probably at least one Search for Escanta. I don't think we want any take out a Duress. Probably take out a Disallow. Maybe these 4 cards here. Seems like a pretty reasonable sideboarding strategy to me. Everything else is pretty good. Vraska's Contempt's not the best against them, but it does get hazardous, gains you a little bit of life, gets rid of Kinras forever. So it does enough things. I mean, 4-mana removal against the tiny creature deck, obviously not really what you want. So we'll go with this. Kind of interesting, I haven't really had a lot to sideboard in a lot of these matchups. Alright, this hand looks pretty good to me. Got double Fatal Push, which is just excellent against them, and the Vraska's Contempt for something bigger. We're going to have to draw some lands. No 1-drop, I like to see that, because they generally keep in all their 1-drops against you. So we'll start with the Irrigated Farmland, that way all of our check lands will come into play untapped for the rest of the game. Should be able to like Fatal Push, carry Zev or something this turn. Okay, or that guy. Okay, I like Essence Extraction, even though we can't cast it. But we play Isolated Chapel, and not big reason to wait, but not really any reason not to wait, because it's not going to play anything pre-combat that we can kill with a Fatal Push. Though you do have to note we've got Field of Ruin at some point. So I'll just Fatal Push this guy. Like I said, I don't think we're really going to have a better target, and we got 2 of them. Chain Whirler? Alright. I think we can just get Field of Ruin down, and then we can actually... Yeah, it's actually pretty good, because we can Field of Ruin to fix our black. Well, no, he didn't have a non-basic. Never mind. Field of Ruin does not do that. You cannot target your own thing or anything like that. And they basically play like 1 Field of Ruin post-board. So... let's just get down Glacial Fortress then, I think. But, I mean, our hand is totally fine here. Cast down's not a bad draw. A Hazoret, well, it wouldn't do anything yet, and we'd have a little bit of time to find this other black mana for Vraska's Contempt. So I think I'm just going to cast down Chain Whirler here. Does he have another Kenra? Alright. Well, we're gonna have to draw lands, but it's not too bad to have commit to memory here. Mainly the commit side of things. I may just take the damage here and Fatal Push into turn. That way I could commit like a Chandra or something. I think that's fine. We're at a high enough life total that I think that's okay. We'll just Fatal Push into turn. Treasure map. I kind of don't want him to have a treasure map, to be honest. So we'll have to... no way to shuffle that away, but I mean, just delaying him a couple turns on a treasure map I think is going to be fine. So, I guess he could go land Chandra, which would be a little unfortunate.
We were best friends. I mean,
Okay, search for Escant is not bad.
I knew her favorite color. I knew her favorite food.
That'll hopefully let us find a black source. We get a Fatal Push this guy now. I don't think any purpose in waiting. If he's gonna resolve a Chandra or something, we'll just have to deal with that. Hopefully by minusing Teferi on it. Be one decent way to do that. Let's get rid of that guy. Or we could also draw a black source and then Vraska's Contempt it. It looks like he's just got nothing, so he's probably in pretty rough shape. Man, I don't really want that. I think we will put that in the yard. Alright, that's much worse. But as long as he's not doing anything, I'm happy. Okay, there's his treasure map. Can't do anything about the treasure map right now. Yeah, we want to put that in the yard. Alright, that's what we were looking for. So we just Teferi minus on that. I think I just want a Teferi plus. Maybe minus it next turn if our thing's gonna live. Our Teferi, that is, gonna live. So we put a card on the bottom and he's gonna Lightning Strike Teferi. I don't really care if he uses a bunch of burn on Teferi, honestly. That'll be fine.
What do you love most about Samantha?
Maybe, I guess he's getting the Kenra back
So
now.
many things.
Can't stop that.
I guess that's what I love most about her. You know, she isn't just one thing. So much larger than that.
So we do want to put that in the yard. And we get a flip. Torrential Gear Hulk. I don't mind Torrential Gear Hulk. Could just hit this treasure map right now. But I think we can wait. We can let him scry one more time. It's not too big of a deal, I think. Maybe ambush this guy. Or on the other hand, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll just try to ambush this guy. He can scry. Ambush that guy and then commit the treasure map, I think is the play. So he put a card on bottom. He's got 6-drop. Oh, another one of those. I guess I didn't realize he had 2 of those in his yard. Okay. I think that's fine though. We gotta eat one of them. Commit the treasure map. Nice playing this deck with actual win conditions because you can you don't have to treat your commit to memory like a little baby. Could also just kill both of the things, but we have enough ways to deal with creatures and our life total is not that big of an issue. Alright, let's get committed on that. Alright, I think we'll just pass. I don't think there's anything we're playing sorcery speed. So we'll just Escanto when we need to. Got a bunch of removal spells and stuff up, so I think it's pretty smooth sailing from here on out. Fight with fire, sure. response. Yeah, I think we'll just take a Essence Scatter here. We'll just Vraska's Content that guy. He is going to be drawing, I think it's this turn he's going to be drawing his treasure map again, which, fairly late in the game. Shouldn't matter too much. I'll still Escanta in response to it. Because if I can counter it, I will. Alright, I cannot. Let's take a Fatal Push, I think. I don't think Golden Demise is likely to do very much. What does the title say? Didn't I update it? Oh, I probably didn't hit update. My bad. I filled out the thing in the dashboard, but yeah, that's my bad. Sorry for the false advertising, bro. It's updated now. Though my thing on here still says the wrong thing. Esper Control. I'm trying to lure people in. No one wants to watch Esper Control. Alright, we'll just Field of Ruin. I'll do this now. There's not much reason to. We have Teferi. I don't think I want to play Teferi quite yet, though. Maybe I should. What am I... Why wouldn't I Teferi? I'm going to have 3/6. I shouldn't play my land if I was going to play Teferi. Yeah, I'll play Teferi. What's up, Cobb? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, bro. Alright, he's going to scry in response. We'll still have Essence Scatter plus Fatal Push up. So we put a card on bottom. Alright, we hit a Glacial Fortress. So we'll untap those two. And I don't think I'm worried about too much. I think I will minus his treasure map next turn. Yeah, we got Fatal for anything small. We got Essence Scatter. Like a Chandra would be mildly annoying, but we just untap and Vraska's Contented. So I'm going to minus on the treasure map now. I want him drawing all those cards. And I don't think we need to play Escanta or use Escanta right this minute. Unfortunately, we can't make him shuffle it away, but I think it's still good enough. Kind of annoying if he just like burns Teferi out here, I guess. But
somebody should have told you. Yeah.
Oh, we get to take his treasure map. I like that. We can't field any of his lands. He's got no basics. Or he's got all basics, I should say. I wish I could. Do we want... I mean, I guess these all go on the bottom anyway. We'll take a Chandra. Yeah, it's got to hit non-basic, unfortunately. Unfortunately, can't cast Gear Hook, but we'll deal 2. Alright, we'll untap here. Yeah, Chandra not at its best in a control deck, but it should make it like pretty much impossible for him to win. You could argue I shouldn't even do this right now. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do this. What if he drew a burn spell and he's just like, I don't need to Escanta. I will ultimate Chandra. That's 2. Take for 2. Yeah, can't lose this game now. The reason I didn't Escanta was if you had a burn spell, I wanted to be able to disallow it. And we just don't need anything right now. Like you have lots of white sources. Weird, there's only no Fumigator Cell in the 75, only 1 Golden Demise. Yeah, yeah, it's like wouldn't be that hard to run those cards. All right, let's look in response. I don't know what we find that would change our play here. But... Okay, Vraska's Contempts. I think I'll just let that resolve and we'll just Vraska's Contempt it. I don't care if he kills our Gonti. Sure. I'll save the disallow for something I truly can't handle. Alright. So we'll just discard a Essence Extraction here, I think. I guess I could have just Gearhold Contempt there, it would have been better. We'll untap 2 of his lands here. That is fair enough. I'm not used to being able to actually win with these decks. Alright, that's enough. It's better to make your opponent just resign out of sheer frustration than actually have a clock, you know what I mean? Nah, I should have Gearhold the Contempt there, you're right. Alright, well we're 4-0 in game so far, so that's pretty solid. The deck's felt good, I'll be honest. The deck has felt pretty good. I think it may improve on the shortcomings of the blue-white list that I was playing. But yeah, it definitely plays a lot of white sources. Like, you could play the double white cards and it wouldn't be an issue. I feel like at least you want Fumigate. I feel like Settle's gotten worse. Because the thing is that people will still play around Settle the Wreckage, because, I mean, they don't know you don't have it. But I wouldn't mind having access to Fumigate. No guilt with Tilt. Alright, up against Jay Pellman here. Let's see what Jay Pellman's on. Let's see what kind of opening hand we get here. This one looks pretty unkeepable to me. I need more than one land with this deck. Alright, we might be able to make this work. It's not a great hand, but we can play it disallowed. He mulliganed as well. Mulligan to 5. I don't think we're going to want to pull for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Golden Demise. Like, I even think against, like, the decks you would think it's good against, it's not good. Yeah, I might make that switch. I may make that switch. Alright, let's just play Glacial Fortress here. Gotta play Swamp next turn for sure. Yeah, but we're not even playing, like, oh, what are we playing against here? I don't know what deck plays this combination of cards here. We're gonna find out. Alright, so probably like Esper mid-range, I would assume. I've seen Esper mid-range run that. Probably countering a lot of things here. Take 2 for a little bit. He's got no play. Alright, well, our hand doesn't do much right now. But our opponent's hand's not doing too much either. It's just like blue-black mid-range playing Knight of Malice. Not a deck with which I am familiar. I think we will Essence Scatter that guy. It only makes dollars and cents. It's got something else. Ballista for 1. You go, girl. Alright, well, we didn't really need 3 gear hooks, especially given that they've got different arts. Come on. Testing out blue-black knights. Here, we gotta think here to see if we want to play Settle the Wreckage. Is this guy a pro, Jay Pellman? So I guess he's gonna cast something if he's not pumping his Ballista. I will counter a Scarab God. That, I will tell you. Alright, well our hand is doing absolutely nothing here. So I'm sure he's gonna pump his Ballista now and instead. So you're gonna lose some games due to mana, which arguably is what's happening here. I don't know if we'd be exactly winning with extra black source and the ability to cast Vraska's Contempt. Does he maybe have counter spells? Is that what's going on? Is that why he's not doing it until my end step? I think we're beating counter spells too well at this point. Alright, let's duress him. Getting very close to dead. Scare of God and Hostage Taker. Alright. So he gets to pump his guy to 3. He can actually pump and just kill us next turn. I guess we'll have to disallow the pump on his turn. Awkwardly enough. But at least he won't be able to play either of his 2 spells if he wants to do that. It's actually a lot more awkward for us if he doesn't pump his guy right now and he just holds it up. So now we have no outs. Okay, well, I guess we don't have much of a choice. We'll let him pump his ballista. And then we'll Moment of Craving his knight. And response. Well, maybe we just let that happen. I think letting it happen. So what happens if we let that happen? Then he just gets to attack and we die. Yeah, we can't let that happen. But we still just die to this though. I mean, we're just dead. Yeah, because he just attacks us now. So it's not doing us any good here. He's gonna shoot the. Is he shooting? What is he shooting? The knight? What's the point of shooting the knight? Get the. I mean, I get that it saves. It doesn't. We don't gain 2 life, but like now, if we have a seal away or something, then he'd be in rough shape. I mean, he's going to win this game. You know, I get it. He's going to win this game. Start playing only 1 creature beside Ballistic against blue white. Yeah, we're dead. I get it. We lose. Lost a game finally to Jay Pellman. So we're playing against like blue-black mid-range. Oh good, Golden Demise actually might be pretty decent against them. Seems like off the top of my head they probably play a lot of X2s. Like I don't know, not all the lists play all of these cards, but we know he's playing Freebooter. I'm sure he's playing the 2-1. Obviously he's playing Knight of Malice. It's often going to get Ballista. I think we want Gonti. Is Profane Procession worth it against them? They're probably slow enough that it is. Essence Extraction seems fine. I don't think we want any of these cards. I think we just want these 5 cards here. Not really sure how they sideboard against us. I think I'll cut a pull for tomorrow. Probably cut like an Essence Extraction. No, Search for Escanta. I don't know why I called that Essence Extraction. Yeah, sometimes like with Settle, if they just attack with 1 guy, it's surprisingly annoying. Like you'd think that's playing into Control's hand, but it's really not. Let's cut this Duress. Let's see. Yeah, I think Gonti's going to be good. Maybe we don't really need the Essence Extraction. I'll cut one of them. And I'll cut like a Disallow. Not sure it's right to cut the Disallow, but might be. That's good enough for me. Maybe Moment of Craving. Moment of Craving, I guess, is just basically better than Essence Extraction. I don't think they've really got a lot of 3 toughness guys. Alright. I can kind of get behind this list. I do think Golden Demise is going to be decent against them. So he did beat us on a mull to 5 there, so that's very embarrassing. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. I guess we keep this hand. I mean, the mana is pretty awkward. But, you know, it's 3 lands. You're going to have awkward mana hands with a 3-color Esper deck. And it's not like, you know, you're going to really get smooth mana when you go to 6. So we'll lead with Fetid Pool, and then we've got our choice of lands to play next turn. Almost certainly Irrigated Farmland, I would think, but could draw something that will change our mind. Yeah, play the... Probably just get Profane Procession down next turn if we can't do anything else. It doesn't do anything for a very long time, but we're going to have to invest that 3 mana at some point. Let's see if he's got Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Freebooter. Alright, well, we got 2 ways to kill him. Both of them require drawing a second Black Source. Probably takes Golden Demise if he's planning on playing more dudes. Yeah, I assume he's going to take Golden Demise here. I mean, it could take the only card in our hand we can actually play, which is Profane Possession, but that card just does so little right now that I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I think he's going to take Golden Demise here. And we'll just play Profane Possession, barring drawing something better. Oh, he took the Profane Possession. Bold play. Alright, well, he may come to regret that. I'm just going to play this now. Maybe I should have played my Glacial Fortress, actually. Because I'm not actually sure I'm going to use my Essence Extraction right now. Yeah, I don't think he should have played the... Or should have taken that. He probably should have played it. Unless he's just got a million counter spells. I think I'm just going to let him do this, and then if he doesn't do anything, probably just Essence Extraction his guy into turn. If he plays a creature, I'll probably be able to Golden Demise both of his guys, unless he's got a Spell Pierce. Doomfall. I think I'll Essence Extraction his guy in response, because I don't want him to take Essence Extraction. He gets to get back either of those cards, or take Gonti, which I think he'll probably take Gonti, but I want to be able to use my mana this turn, so I'll just do this in response. And I don't really care if he takes Profane Procession. He kind of got a bunch of bad cards for him. Scarab God, I'm honestly even less worried about. Well, we got some options here. I don't know if we're that worried about anything coming down next turn. I think we can probably just play Gonti here and be fine with it. Though, not 100% sure. Good draw, LOL. It was a good draw, thank you. I think we want to take the Hostage Taker here. So I think that guy can just stay and play for a little bit. Do we just leave up Disallow here to try to stop a Scarab God coming down? Though if you play Scarab God, we can just Hostage Taker. Though we might have removal for it. I think I'm fine with just the status quo here. Pretty obvious we have Disallow because we don't not playing our Profane Possession, but what's he gonna do about it? Is he gonna cast down? No, he can't cast down that guy. Yeah, I just don't want to, mainly don't want to get Scarab Godded here. We're totally telegraphing what we've got. Okay, I'll just Golden Demise next turn, I think. I mean, then we do leave ourselves open to, you know, I guess we just disallow that. We do leave ourselves open then to getting Scarab God. He's down to 1 card now though, so it's not too bad. Fatal Push. And also obviously took our land. I think I'll just play Profane Possession now. We've got Fatal Push up. Not really in a big hurry to kill those guys. Yeah, we'll save the Hostage Taker for him playing a Scarab God at some point. Which, you know, it's gonna be his last card if he's got it, so. I don't want to fatal push this guy right now. Nah, I'll wait on the fatal push, honestly. Alright, play that land and pass. We'll have time to fatal push. Maybe pull the trigger on fatal push now. Oh, I guess this actually made his guy able to attack. It's kind of cute. I didn't notice that. I think I'll just take 2 here. I'm gonna exile that guy with Profane Possession. We're 22, going to 20. He could attack with that guy if he wants to. Yeah, I think I'll fatal push that guy now. He's actually thinking about doing something here, which is interesting. He's gonna negate that. I really could not care much less about him negating a card than what he has just done. Alright, we'll pass. Could just take 2 here and bluff a counterspell. I want to take 5. Yeah, I don't know. What's he gonna even play that's gonna matter? I'm not sure. Let's take 3. Oops. Don't think he's gonna have a way to get rid of this. Attack. So he doesn't have Gear Hulks in his deck. And now I think we'll just let him hit us for 3 and do this end step if he doesn't do anything. Otherwise we'll Gear Hulk and disallow something. Oh no, we can't target that with that anyway. So maybe we should have. Nah, I'm fine with this. If we'll just Gear Hulk Essence Extraction end of turn. If we don't have to do something else. He's going to cycle the land. Just Essence Extraction the Knight here. I feel like that deck is like pretty much all. Is he gonna like Vraster's Contempt this? I don't really care about that. Yeah. I do like that. Yeah, there's very little he could play. Like, deck's pretty much all creatures. I guess if he drops like a Liliana or something, that's annoying. And maybe we wish we kept our Gear Hulk in that case. Then hit Planeswalkers, right? Artifacts. Yeah, I guess Liliana would be pretty obnoxious. That's about it. So he knows our hand. He knows we got the Golden Demise. Oh yeah, like Scarab God, he's a few lands away from being able to really do anything about it. We do have the City's Blessing. By do anything about it, I mean, let's keep the Gear Hulk. I think I'll just pass. And we'll Fatal Push this guy end of turn, I think. Maybe we should just Golden Demise. Probably if we Golden Demise because I can't do anything else. I think I'll just Gear Hulk and end of turn and Fatal Push this guy. Duress. Okay. You can Duress. I think I'll just hold on to the Gear Hulk, honestly. I'm gonna just keep it for disallow. I'm under no pressure here. I'm fine with the standoff. I think it only favors us. Champion of Wits. Alright, that's fine. Just exile that Profane Procession into turn. We still got this Hostage Taker whenever we need it. That's fun. Okay. Let's put that in the yard. Another land. Maybe we do want to Hostage Taker one of those now. But then we can't keep up Gear Hulk, so I'll just wait. I think our threat of Gear Hulk is keeping him from attacking, so. I think I will counter that. Could hit it to Fairy or something nasty. We can exile our own Gear Hulk to our Profane Possession to flip it. Yes. Just continue to play my lands. I don't think he's playing around anything anyway, so I'll just play my lands. Maybe I want a Hostage Taker one of his guys, but I don't really need to. If at any point he like kills Gear Hulk, then we can just Profane Procession like our Gear Hulk in response or something. That gets rid of the white permanent. I'm not too worried about that. Maybe I'm being greedy with this, and I should just be hitting my. Oh, I'll take that. That one will be just fine. Alright, let's just pass here. So we're gonna flip Escanta next turn. We'll use Moment of Craving at some point on his turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep playing my lands. We're putting multiple cards in our hand per turn into our hand, so I don't think I'm gonna like play it to Fairy Sorcery Speed here or anything. So I'll just use Escanta on his turn. Is fine. It's good to have a counter spell. I'll just pass again. Slow and steady gets the job done. Play like a miserable control deck here. Alright, he's got something. Isn't this fun? Isn't Magic a lot of fun? Good draw. Dude, don't tell me about a good draw. I'll take it to Fairy here, even though Fatal Push can't kill one of his guys, I just don't really care. Yeah, I'll just leave that in our hand on tap 2. Yeah, this does seem like a terrible matchup for him. He's just like, what? What the fuck? I didn't know this was happening. I guess I'll Escanta. I didn't know he was a gate deck. How could I not know at this point in the match that he's a gate deck? I'm so confused. Alright, let's take a moment of craving, I guess. I did not know that was sideboard tech. So well, we don't have a Field of Ruin. So we're just gonna have to draw something in the next, 7 cards that we're seeing before his turn that deals with that. Not too worried about it. So let's draw a card. Gonti, so we can just hit it with Gonti. I guess we do lose our Gonti in Hostage Taker, the Gate to the Afterlife. We could. I think I'll just Gonti at the... That's true, but then he gets... I don't know, it just seems he gets to get an activation of it. Because we can't cast Instant Speed or anything. I'm just gonna Gonti it, Legend Room my guy. Actually, what I should have done is Profane Procession my guy. Maybe, I don't know. So we'll keep this Gonti. The one who can't attack, so we don't... So let's take his Gate to the Afterlife. I shouldn't have taken the Gate to the Afterlife, that was dumb. Because I just wanted it to go away, and it would go to the bottom either way. But newsflash, we're still winning this game. I guess we can attack here. Oh, he's going for the double block, you fool. We just have an embarrassment of resources here, so can basically play at random and it'll be fun. Not that we're going to start, but we could. You could draw like the actual God's Pharaoh gift here. I guess I should have cycled the land there. Pretty academic at this point. Probably has actual 0% chance of winning. Unfortunately, we're not going to really be able to ultimate Teferi against them. Just going to kill him first. I know I could have Escanta there and untapped it, but we've got everything we need. named a braid. Good call. Guess he's just curious what kind of deck we're running here. Isn't this just game 2? So we actually have to hurry here. So let's not waste time. I think it's just game 2, right? And we lost the first game. To just like a knight attacking us 12 times. For some reason I felt like that was game 3, or the deciding game one way or another. Alright, so do we want to change anything? I think Golden Eye is still pretty good against them. Profane Possession's good. Even if it doesn't hit the knight. Cast Down's good. Like Essence Extraction's pretty medium, but I don't see anything that's better. Like Negates definitely have some more targets. Post board, he's got Duresses and all of that jazz, but I don't think I care. Maybe we do want the disallow. Maybe like a disallow over a fatal push. I don't know. Or disallow over the Essence Extraction. I don't think the Essence Extraction's that good. I mean, it's okay because it kill many things in its deck. Alright. Who knows? Magic's hard. Alright, so we still have 10:44, so there should be plenty of time, but just gotta make sure we play somewhat quickly. I think this hand's a little too weak, and we got a 5-drop, 2 4-drops. Maybe Tracker. That's true, we can get like the 2-1 out of his deck. Yeah, we'll mulligan this one. Okay, this hand's really not that much better, but we'll make it work. Do we just take that to fix for black? Yeah, I guess so, because that's not too bad with Fatal Push. He plays tons of non-basics. I think we'll take that. Because we'll be able to like do that plus Fatal Push in the same turn. It's really not great, but... Maybe, should I play Glacial Fortress or cycle this Irrigated Farmland? I think I'm going to play the Glacial Fortress just so I can cycle Irrigated Farmland. I'm not actually sure that's right, though. Is he going to duress me? Kite Sail Freebooter. So we have 2 ways to kill that guy, though currently 0 ways to kill that guy. But you can't take them both. Field of Ruin will get us the black that we need. Not sure why they play Ipnu Rivulet. I mean, I guess it's part of like the God Pharaoh's gift plan. Interesting sideboard plan for sure. Alright, he's gonna take the Fatal Push, which is pretty reasonable. Alright, maybe we just play the Irrigated Farmland now. Like a grown-up. I don't know, part of me just wants to play Island Cycle. But I'm gonna play it. Should have just played it turn 1, I guess. But if we drew a land there, I would have cycled it, so I think it's okay. It didn't stop us from doing anything. Like if we drew a Drowned Catacomb, we kind of would have regretted it, but that's about it. Maybe I guess we should have played Island turn 1. We should have played Island turn 1 instead of the Glacial Fortress. That would have been better. Because then that way, if we drew Drowned Catacomb, we'd still be able to get him. Does he have another Kite Sail Freebooter? Does not. Alright, so play Field of Ruin. We can disallow something if we need to this turn. And then, if not, we get to get back our Fatal Push. Well, not get back our Fatal Push, but fix our mana for a Fatal Push. It really does not put us under a lot of pressure here. Lost Legacy. So he does know our hand. How much do we care about this? I mean, he hits to... I guess he names Teferi. Do we care about this or not? I don't think we care about it. I don't know. I guess we don't want him to take our Teferi. How important is Teferi to actually winning this game, though? We get a draw card if he names Teferi. He doesn't know about Disallow, right? I I think I just let him do this. And I mean, Teferi's not that big of a deal. Teferi's not integral to our game plan. How am I going to win in 10 minutes without Teferi? I mean, Teferi doesn't really win too quickly. And 10 minutes is enough, I just have to play faster than I've been playing. Let's go ahead and get this land. Hope we play a swamp. I'm sure we play a swamp. Gotta play a swamp. There it is. A few swamps. So many swamps. Alright, let's just play island. I think I want a moment of craving this guy right now, because that way he can't negate us. We'll just cycle this irrigated farmland end of turn. So a Gonti? Gate. Okay, I don't think I care that much about the gate. I can't do anything about it. That's how you can win. Let's play that. I guess I should have played the other one. I'll just Fatal Push now. I don't want him to negate it. He gets a trigger, but I don't really care that much. Yeah, I should have played the Drowned Catacomb, I guess. No big deal. Ballista for 1. That's okay, we can Gear Hulk and kill that later. Do we want to like commit the gate right now? It's kind of pointless. So we don't have a way to make him shuffle. I'll just pass. Alright, I don't mind a Fatal Push here. I can just commit the God Pharaoh's gift when he gets it. Just Fatal Push this guy now. Does get to loot here, so maybe he could have done it at a different point in time, but this will be okay. Not that worried about it. Okay, he's pitching a Champion of Wits. So definitely gotta make sure we play quickly here. He's in his block phase here. Yeah, I'll just kill that guy with the Gear Hulk later. Gonti. Maybe I'll just play Gonti. Maybe I'll play Gonti. Nah, I'm gonna just Gear Hulk and Moment of Craving that guy in his instep, I think. 1, 2, 3. That'll put the 5th creature in his yard. But if I do it on his instep, then... Well, even if I do it in his... I can just maybe do it in the main phase here. Or not main phase, but in the attack step. I suppose he could have a counter of some kind for this, but I find it somewhat unlikely. And yeah, if he goes and gets the God Pharaoh's gift, we just get to commit it. And if he lets us untap, then we get to disallow the ability on it. So I'm not too worried. And now we've finally got a clock. If we draw a land, we get to play Gonti plus leave out disallow, which would be nice. So we pitched a gate. Alright, he's gonna kill that guy. That's fine. He's gotta land. I'll play Profane Procession here. Disallow up. I guess a negate plus a way to put a creature in the yard would be pretty annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Doesn't quite have enough. Alright, Instant Scatter is kind of okay, but gotta leave up Disallow for right now, I think. He's gonna cycle a land here. Alright, we gotta make sure we play quickly here. It's 6:40. Should be plenty of time, but just gotta keep an eye on the clock. Doomfall. I think I just let that happen. Because if I disallow it, then I don't have commit up. He's probably gonna take the disallow, but I want to be able to commit the God Pharaoh's Gift if he draws it. Or gets it with this somehow. Like he plays a Ballista for 0 and then activates it. Maybe I just commit right now. Might be okay. I can Gaunty it. Let's get to use my mana here. See if he negates this. If he negates it, it could get a little awkward. Alright, he did negate it. Vraska's Contempt. Let's go ahead and play Gaunty here, I think. Take a Chupacabra. He's only got 1 card in hand. I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world, even if he gets that going. Oh, he's gonna... Okay, milling himself makes a lot of sense. So he's gonna get back a Gaunty here. This could actually get a little hairy. We do have the Profane Procession just to get all this shit, but we don't actually get stuff under it. I guess that means you can just do this every turn though, right? So he's gonna get Gaunty back here, I'm sure. We will trade. He's gonna get back Champion of Wits, which also makes sense. Yeah, gonna have to find a way to deal with that pretty soon. Block. Let's go ahead and cycle. I guess maybe shouldn't have cycled there actually, because now we can't activate Profane Procession. We should just play the land actually, because we're gonna need a lot of mana with Profane Procession.
There are a lot of people who
Get Gaunty back now, probably.
are unhappy with their chosen career.
Hey, at least he's not getting a Teferi off of us.
And we get to do this and love it.
Okay, we'll take 4 and then Vraska's Contempt a turn. We just can't have all these 4/4s out, but obviously we're just going down the tubes in terms of cards here. If he plays a real creature, I'll exile that, I guess. Yeah, we don't have Teferi to get rid of God Pharaoh's Gift, so... Alright, well, yeah, we'll just Vraska's Contempt the... And if that doesn't work, then we get to get it with our Profane Procession. Yeah, I mean, I guess we gotta start doing this. Was that our Scarab God? I'm gonna get Search for Escanta down. I don't know, I guess it's terrible, because we're just taking 8 now. But, I don't know, just doing this every single turn, it's gonna become a problem. Cycling the land. Yeah, we should have definitely played that land, not cycled it a few turns ago. So we're at 5 minutes now. Gear Hulk is pretty much what we need to draw. Gear Hulk solves a lot of problems. If he has our Gear Hulk, I guess he can negate something. Yeah, he's hitting us for 8 this turn. It's pretty rough. Yeah, I guess, I don't know if we needed to leave up Profane Procession or what. If we can get a Gear Hulk down and it actually does something... I guess I should have just Chupacabra this guy, actually. I should have played that plus Chupacabra. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Like, Essence Scatter's pretty ineffective against him at this point, so that was a mistake. So, taking 9. Yeah, I think at least the past few turns, I don't think I've played great. Yeah, definitely should have Chupacabra this guy. I don't know what I was thinking. What's he got? Scare God. Oh, Essence Scatter that, I guess. I just get to get it back next turn. Yeah, I could Memory. I think I put a land on the bottom. Alright, I guess we got a Chupacabra. Kill the knight. Is it Essence Scatter? Oh, it must be our Essence Scatter. Alright. I think we gotta leave. Oh, we're just dead now. Yeah, we're just dead. Damn. Yeah, I definitely think post this coming down, I mean, we're in rough shape no matter what, but I don't think I played it well. Like, we should have Chupacabra this guy a few turns ago. I guess he would have Essence Scattered it then. Can't remember if he had mana up or not. Yeah, I don't think we played that so hot though. I mean, I don't think there was too much we could have done to prevent Godpharaoh's Gift from getting down, and so we're going to be in rough shape no matter what with that. But we probably could have at least had another turn, I think. Yeah, I was getting a little rushed on time there. But we needed the memory to, or the commit to resolve on his gate, and then we had negate, unfortunately. Not much we could have done about that. Alright, Joe-Nick. I don't want to call him Jew-Nick. Sounds bad. Yeah, it's definitely a keep. Lead with a irrigated farmland. So we play Chapel next turn. I think this deck's got a pretty decent mono-red matchup. Maybe I'll just play that now. No, because we're not going to have Essence Scatter turn 2. So I'll play Farmlands. We can probably go like Essence Scatter something next turn. And then Essence Scatter plus Fatal Push. Okay, or Moment of Craving now. Maybe we just Moment of Craving his Bomat Courier right now. We can take 3. We'll go to 17. Well, let's see exactly what he does. Well, because we might want to Essence Scatter like a... Yeah. Okay, let's see what he does. If he plays like if he plays like the... What do you call it? The On-Crop Crasher, we'll want to do something to that. Okay, I think we'll just Moment of Craving that guy. Maybe we want a Moment of Craving this. We could Fatal Push that or Essence Scatter that. So many options. Yeah, my only fear is like if he's got a land, then he might actually get some use out of his Bomat Courier. I think I will just Essence Scatter that. The only awkward thing is we don't have... kind of want to use our... No, it's fine. Let's Essence Scatter that. He probably would have played a land to play around Syncopate, so he probably didn't have a land in his hand. So hopefully we just get to untap and Fatal Push Bomat Courier. We can take another 3. And then, well, this is still awkward. Because we don't really have an answer to that guy right now. We kind of want to Fatal Push that guy, but then we can't leave up. Because we really need to get rid of the Bomat Courier soon. Maybe we just fade him. I guess we just Moment of Craving and just hope for the best. So maybe we should have played a different land here. But we're gonna. Now what am I saying? We can get both those. We can kill both those guys this turn. But then we're. Yeah. So all we have to do is fade. Yeah. So we'll just do this and then. We won't have Essence Scatter up, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. So this is fun. I wanted to be able to Fatal Push plus leave up Essence Scatter, but if he's missing land drops, I'm not that worried about it. Like, resolving a Chain Whirler wouldn't be great for us here. Okay, he's just got Soulscar Mage. I can deal with the Soulscar Mage. Let's just go ahead and play Glacial Fortress and pass. Got Essence Scatter plus cycle one of these lands. So we should be in pretty good shape. We'll probably drop a Chain Whirler on us here. He's just gonna do that. Alright, I think I'll cycle in response to that. See if I can hit a Fatal Push. Come on. That's fine. Cycle another land. Alright, so we got Disallow. Let's just go ahead and play this land. We got Disallow plus cycle or Essence Scatter. I think he's gonna kill us too fast with the Soulscar Mage. He'll Essence Scatter that guy. Probably doesn't have a shock in his hand. I think we would have probably heard about it last turn. I'm guessing he drew the Kinra, but maybe not. So I should have cycled this when he attacked. Nah, I think leaving up Disallow is okay. So we'll just pass. I think we'll take another hit for 1. We can go to 9 and then we'll Vraska's Contempt that guy. That way we've got Disallow up in case he wants to drop like a Chandra post-combat or something. Probably plays the Chandra pre-combat for the prowess trigger, but never know. Alright, let's cycle this. Maybe we could have cycled that to hit again. Hit a Fatal Push. He could have braided his own guy here. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. It's not too big of a deal. It means it's not gonna be killing our Gear Hulk then. The card actually has uses in this matchup. Alright. Let's say fine draw. Probably Hazard is a card that makes a lot of sense in his hand. I don't think we need to play the land there. Disallow that. We have a lot of things we could draw that we wouldn't want to disallow that. I think I will disallow that. No, we'll keep that. We'll flip. Do we want to play our land? I don't think we want to play this land. We'll just pass. Got a few things up here. Disallow a Hazard or Chandra. I guess we'll do this in response. Give him that glimmer of hope here. I think I'll take it to Fairy. Push wouldn't have been bad either. He's just had enough there. Okay. I think it's a little premature to concede there, but he was in bad shape. So this is how we sideboarded last time. Just these 4 cards, I think. And we can take out Pull for Tomorrow, take out Duress. Take out a search for Escanta and take out a disallow.
Oh,
I think that makes sense to me. I don't think you need profane procession against them. It's just too slow. So we'll go with this. This looks like a fine hand to me. Got to turn to Fatal Push. Let's see what we draw. Fetid pools. Unfortunately, these are our two blue sources. I guess I'll play Fetid Pools, that way I can play Farmland plus Fatal Push next turn. That way we can get double blue down. I want to draw some more removal here. That's perfect. Alright, let's play Farmland. Gotta figure out what exactly we're gonna Fatal Push. I think we Fatal Push the Courier. Just take 3. Because once he has 3 cards in hand, if he plays like, I don't know, a 2-drop here post-combat, worst case would be like a Carry Zev, then he might pitch 2 cards for 3. I think I'm happy just take a little bit more damage. We need to play Isolated Chapel at Fatal Push plus Search for Escanta up next turn. Alright, he doesn't have a Chain Whirler or something, which that would be worse news. So let's go ahead and get down this. We're in okay shape here. So begin combat step, get Carry Zev. You got Hazard. Okay, Chandra's actually worse. Can't do anything about that though. Yeah, no real answer right away for that. We could have left up Disallow. So it might have been a mistake, but yeah, I mean, maybe it just wasn't worth it to get Escanta down there for such an inevitability, though. If we're going to Fatal Push anyway, if we had a bunch of mana, if we're going to Fatal Push on his... I don't think we want that. I think we just need to answer to Chandra. I don't think the Soulscar Mage is too big of an issue. So we need like a Vraska's Contempt ASAP. I guess so. He's got some other 4-drop coming down, probably a Hazard. Yeah, that's fine. We can't really counter that. If he used mana, he wouldn't have used the mana ability if he doesn't have something else to do. Pretty awkward though, because I mean, we're still taking 1,000,000 damage here. But I'm guessing this is a Hazard. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that. I think we want to do this instead of the Disallow. Maybe not. Maybe we just want to use the Disallow here. Just so in case we draw like a 3-drop. Because the only other thing we're going to want to counter is another Chandra, which isn't really a big concern right now because we've got to deal with the one Chandra that he's got. So like if we draw Essence Extraction or something, I guess there's not a lot that we could hit. So we do want to put that in the yard. Save Disallow for Chandra ult. That's actually kind of a good point. Hopefully we get an Essence Scatter or something here. So that way we can flip Escanta and then have Gear Hulk for... Alright, he's just gonna Lightning Strike us. So 2-4. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, we'd be dead without, I mean, even with Disallow and Chandra, we'd be dead. So if we hit a land here, we could be kind of okay. No, not really. Not really at all. That's not going to be good enough because Chandra ult or his guys are going to kill us. So maybe the critical turn there was playing the Search for Escant instead of leaving up Disallow. Yeah, that probably was the critical turn. I think that may have been avoidable. Alright, so do we want to change anything up here? Do we want to change anything up? I don't think you want like negates or anything against them. I think Golden Demise is fine. Yeah, I think we just run this. Maybe all of this. Could cut down on something expensive. Wouldn't mind like a Sorcerer Spyglass in the sideboard. I've really enjoyed the Sorcerer Spyglass in the other deck. I wouldn't mind finding a spot for the. I don't think we want like a negate. Negate wouldn't be terrible. Like what do they have for negate targets? It's like Burn, which we don't care about. Chandra, which we do care about. Maybe something like Treasure Map, not necessarily. So I don't think we actually have enough targets for negating stuff. So yeah, I think we'll just run this. Blame the last one on bad luck. We played perfectly. No, we didn't. I think this hand's not good enough. Just starts doing stuff at 4. I think that's too slow. All right, this hand looks better. The man is awkward. Opponent mulligan as well. Put that on bottom. We'll lead with Drowned Catacomb. Alright, what did he do? He put a card on top. So with Drowned Catacomb, play Glacial Fortress next turn, I guess.
Why I know that sun isn't real. I know it because these people are gone. It won't be me.
I think I'll just Fatal Push that guy right now.
I'll never actually know.
It's gonna happen eventually.
If it feels real.
He's got Karizev? No Karizev. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. We have nothing to do this turn, but he didn't have a 2-drop. Let's see if he's got like a Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler wouldn't be too big of a deal. That guy's, I guess, slightly better than Chain Whirler against us. But, I mean, dealing 3 is going to be pretty solid. Alright, actually don't mind that too much either. So I think we'll take a hit for 3.
Never actually know if it looks real.
And then Disallow or Essence Scatter end of turn. I mean, we could just Essence Extraction here. And then even if he drops Chandra, we get a Vraska's Contempted. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Yeah, he's got Chandra, but it's no big deal. He's adding mana, which I don't care for that much. But we got a killer. So now the big thing to watch out for, of course, is a Hazoret, which would be pretty unpleasant. Glorybringer less so. We need to draw some lands here pretty quick. We're at 21, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, that's pretty perfect. We gotta kill all of his stuff. 3 Escanta seems a bit much. Yeah, I could buy that. Alright, let's just pass here. We get a counter a pre-combat Hazoret, and then Fatal Push a guy. Alright, is it actually a Hazoret? Oh, Chandra. Okay, we'll kill that. I don't know why he played that pre-combat. It would have worked out so much better for him if he hadn't.
I know it because these people are gone. It won't be me.
Yeah, I thought the 3 Escantas was a bit much myself. I will admit.
I'll never actually know if it looks
So,
real.
land would be nice. Alright. Man, our land has been so bad this game, but hopefully cast down So we're not even that dead to a Hazoret. Like, we get a draw step at least against a Hazoret. I don't think he's got a Hazoret, but of course he does. Let's kill this guy. I'd really not tap a black. And then if we draw land, we get a Brass is Contempted. So here's to hoping. Not a ton of untapped lands we can draw. Jeez. I guess we have to do this. I don't even know what we can hit here. Yeah, what can we even hit? Like I don't know what we can hit. We gotta cycle it. Ah, nice. Yeah, we're just dead. Unfortunate. Maybe he'll play around a seal away. Maybe he's got 2 6-drops. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, well, let's see if we can go 3 and 2. I don't feel great about those last 2 losses. Like, I don't think we could have done too much that last game, or the last game. The game before that, I think we did have things we could do. Namely, not play the Escanta and leave up Disallow. And then not get Chandra. Okay, it's mono red again. It's not really a good hand against mono red. I'll be frank. Kind of get pretty easily run over here. Because we only have counter spells, no way to actually remove stuff from the board. We're taking 4 Eternal already. Do anything, then we cycle. So I guess he must have like Hazards and stuff in his hand. Okay, Fatal Push is a pretty good draw. They usually only play 1 Chandra main deck, so I think I'll just Fatal Push this guy in his attack step. And if he Chandras us, he Chandras us. Slightly more deliberate this time. Also, he's probably going to play Chandra in his before combat. Not necessarily, but it does get you the prowess trigger. Not sure what he really has here. Like a Chandra would actually make a lot of sense. Ugh. Literally the same thing that happened last game. So I think the last time it was worse because, like I said, they usually only have 1 Chandra pre-board. Of course, this list could have whatever, but alright, he's 2-ing us. So I guess we're gonna have to ferry that away, which is a pretty temporary solution to it. If it doesn't do anything, we'll just pull from tomorrow for 2 here. Maybe hit a Brass's Contempt. Discard Plains. Maybe he's just gonna launch some burn at us. Okay, we drew a ton of land. Let's pitch a Plains. I guess Field of Ruin's worse than the Plains, but by any significant amount. Alright, yeah, I guess we Teferi minus on that. I have a feeling it's not going to work out all that well for us if we do that, but what other option do we have? Like Chandra being in play forever just isn't good. We have the Field of Ruin, but he doesn't have any non-basics, so nothing we can do to make him shuffle. got a bunch of burn in hand. He's figuring out if he can kill us. And he's figured out he can kill us. Yeah, we did. Alright, well, getting wrecked by Chandra repeatedly. So I still think we just want these 4 cards. I think I want to sideboard the same way. What's the other one? Search for Escanta. Really could go down to 1 search for Escanta. The problem is we don't have that much else to bring in. I mean, maybe just negates just for Chandra is fine. Just like 1 negate for a search. The searches are just very awkward against him. Because you just need to be doing something that affects the board more. God, definitely the mana in this deck has been problematic. Like, you gotta just snap mulligan that hand. This hand sucks too. Gotta hope if we find a black source, it's pretty decent, but until then, it's pretty bad. I'll play an island, that way if I draw up the Drowned Catacombs, I'll have black available right away. Alright, I'm gonna play that. So I might have a fighting chance. If that's the best he's got, then might have a chance. I think we will fatal push one of these guys. Also, it's like we play so much white in this deck, and all we have are 3 Teferis. Like, I feel like the white sources could be cut. Like, do you need to play a Plains in this deck? Is it just there so Field of Ruin can... Good. Is it just there so Field of Ruin can fix for your Teferis? Like, it just seems kind of questionable. Alright, we got cast out for him. Cast down, I should say. Okay, now we have Vraska's Contempt up. So I guess we'll cast down. Then we got Vraska's Contempt if he plays a Chandra. For that guy. I think he would have resolved a Chandra there if he could have. Alright, let's just play the Glacial Fortress and pass. Might like ditch a card with Hazard, though I sort of doubt it. I mean, I guess you could argue we should Vraska's Contempt now so we can't activate Hazard, but it also might make him play suboptimally. We're relatively high life total, so if he just wants to ditch a card with Hazard, alright, well, I mean, we gotta Vraska's Contempt the Hazard still. And then we'll Teferi minus on the Chandra, I guess. And we can actually Field of Ruin Scavenger Grounds. So I guess he'll be able to sack it in response if it's not tapped. One sec. I don't really see another play. Well, I guess I didn't have to do that in response to the Chandra for no reason. Could have like made him fear, settle the wreckage. Alright, not bad. Guess we just have to minus on Chandra. Said we can't Unless he taps this for some reason, or plays something that costs 3 next turn. We're not really gonna be able to feel the ruin away. Unfortunately. I don't know if Teferi's worth the shitty mana in this deck. It might just be better as blue-black control, honestly. The mana is just so shitty. Like, we're definitely losing games just to the mana. Alright, cycle. Not really immediately helping here. Drawn Chandra next turn. Oh, he's planning on Settle the Wreckage, okay. He might be F6 too. I don't know if he is. It might be our like, only shot. Because if he does it, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's not F6'd, so he doesn't have to shuffle. I was doing that on the off chance he was F6, but he's not. So now we kind of need to draw like a counterspell. Even that's not that great. Alright, let's just pass, I guess. Fatal Push. Doesn't really help. I guess I could have left up my Field of Ruin, then I could actually kill that guy. No, but he didn't have a target, so... couldn't have done that at all. Doesn't play Chandra. That is bizarre. I guess I have to use this now. Not sure why you don't play Chandra there. Alright, well, could have killed us a long time ago. Am I crazy that he has the? I mean, he's got the Chandra. Right? It's the card in his hand. It's gonna put us to 1. I mean. Could be okay if we draw not dead. Just dead. So 2 and 3 with the deck. I don't know. I think I might like just blue-black better. I just don't think just the Teferi, like, call me crazy, but I don't think Teferi is that insane that it's worth totally ruining your mana base over. And like you can just play some like glimmers or hieroglyphic illumination instead. I think I just prefer that, because just the mana is dog shit. And, I don't know, I mean, Teferi's good and all, but, I don't know, I just don't think it's worth it. Just don't think it's worth it. So, I might look up a blue-black list here. I don't know if anyone in the chat's got a cool blue-black list. Looks like blue-black control's actually been fairly popular. Well, I see a list here that's playing way fewer white lands. I mean, maybe it's just a matter of fixing the mana base. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. Get consigned to oblivion. I think I'll go with this list I found here. So, moment to change up my deck. Let's see how this one works here.
Yo.